Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, of course, in today's video, we are going over Solana, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. Well, in yesterday's video, you guys do know that we were talking about this exact move, which is absolutely amazing. In yesterday's video, the price was sitting right here, and what I said was since we smashed through our resistance at the 786, we cleared that, as well as for a split second cleared our all-time high here. I was under the belief that we were going to be able to execute on our 1.618 Fibonacci extension, which was at $146. I said that once we did see a big push up through this all-time high, that would be a fantastic buying opportunity to take advantage of with the execution strategy of it reaching $146. Well, from there, what we could see was that as soon as that did happen, the price came up about 13% to set that new high at $146, exactly at our execution target. So massive congratulations to those of you who are able to get in here, either to increase your long-term position like myself, or if you are just simply able to make a quick short-term trade in just about 8 hours of over 12%. Massive congratulations to you. So with that being said, guys, I will let you know, I don't talk about it every video, but I do have a Patreon. The link is in the description below. I do extra technical analysis for many cryptos, all of these that you see here. I go over all of them, so if that'd be something you'd be interested in, definitely just go down to the link in the description and go check it out. But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's talk about what we are seeing at the moment, what structure was possibly being formed, and what we can expect going forward. So at the moment, what we are seeing is a very typical consolidational period after a big run up like this. This is very common and it's very healthy, and we like to see it. We like to see the price cool down, let our RSIs kind of pull back a bit, and let's get ready for another move, either to the upside or the downside, right? I think either one is just as important. And so with that, you guys do know my drill. I never tell you guys it is 100% going up or 100% going down. But what I do say is if it starts to break out past this price, either to the upside or the downside, what I expect it to do from there. So let's talk about where a breakout could be from this moment that we're seeing right here. So what we're seeing is a very, very traditional and general fundamentally strong squeeze between two Fibonacci extension levels. We're seeing a squeeze between the 1.618 and we're seeing a squeeze between the 1.272. This is pretty common. This is normal, and you like to see it because it just goes to show that these levels are holding as resistance and support dependent on the side you're on. When you clear resistance, you want to see it holding as support, right? And so the fact that it's doing that does show a lot of signs of health as we are setting these new highs. So what we're looking for right now, of course, is going to be a breakout in either direction. So let's start with the upside. Well, currently speaking, of course, our whole goal is to clear $146. Well, there's going to be a short-term price target of $144 that we have to clear before we can get there. That's serving as strong resistance, and let me show you why. Well, the reason we're running into a bit of a brick wall right now at $144 is going to be because if we go from our swing high up here, $146, down to our $135 swing low, we can see that $144 is going to be our 786, which is a key level of resistance and support, depending on, of course, if you're above or below it, that we have to surpass. As we are running into resistance here, if the price keeps getting pushed down, there's a high chance that we start to form something of this symmetrical triangle that looks like that. And then, of course, we'll have to look at breakouts of trend lines and things of that nature. But in order for us to clear 146, pay close attention to if we are able to clear 144. If we're unable to clear 144, I 100% do not believe that this is a good buying opportunity. I would not be buying right now if you're expecting it to go up in the short term, in the next couple hours until we clear $144. If we clear 144, I would go to say that there's a good, pretty high chance that if we clear it and get a 4-hour close above it, we're on the hourlies now, but if we get a 4-hour close above it, then I'd say there's still a pretty good chance that we do see this continue upwards with an execution target of $152. If you do want to play it very safe, I would just simply wait for us to set that new high. We clear that 44, we clear 146, we go up, boom, buying opportunity there with anticipation of it executing on our 1.618 again up to $152. That would be the safe bet, and that would be probably the smarter thing to do right now, considering the fact that we are setting new highs. We're on a big extension upwards, and buying right now is incredibly risky. So the only thing I'm looking for in terms of upside movement right now, clear 144, clear 146, and look for this thing to hit 152. If we smash through 152 and don't find any resistance, that means we're probably working our way up to this 2.618. So do look to see we execute on 163 if we don't run into any resistance right here at all. Okay, so that's breakout targets to the upside. That's all I'm looking for at the moment, is simply that we're able to keep working on this swing low, swing high Fibonacci extension up over 146, up with price targets of 153 and 163. Now, in terms of the short term, where are we looking at this thing going down? If the price does start to roll over, if we start to create some type of symmetrical triangle or something of that nature. Well, in terms of support levels, what we have to be looking for right now is 3 key levels of support. Very short term, and mid-term. We lose all 3 of those support levels, then we can anticipate a more long-term consolidation or a more long-term pullback. So let's talk about all of them. So in the very, very short term, I'm talking within the next like 8 hours or so, be looking to see how support holds on our downside 786 to 618. What that is, we go swing low, up to swing high. And typically speaking, if we're going to create a symmetrical triangle, we are going to bounce off of this zone here, work our way up, bounce off the 618, 786 upside, and we start to create this. So what we want to see is that in the very short term, if $137 holds as support, if it holds as support and we start to work our way up, there is a high chance that we are looking at some type of symmetrical triangle forming here, which you guys know how to find the breakout off of those. So look for $137. Now, there's also another key reason why $137 should serve as very strong support, and that's because it is our 1.272 Fibonacci extension level off of, again, this swing high down to this swing low. Since it acted as such strong level of resistance, once we flip it, you want to see it holding as support, as it has now. So if it does come down again, be looking that 137 holds for both our very short term and our short term support levels. Now, if we do go ahead and we lose that very short-term support level, the next one is going to be, of course, this 20 EMA on the 1 hour time frame as it does work its way up. If we lose, honestly, this 137, do expect to lose that 20 EMA on the 1 hour time frame almost immediately thereafter. It'll either be at the same exact time, if it crosses above it, it'll be at the same exact time, or it'll be right after, okay? So be looking for that to hold, but this is a key level of support. We should be able to hold this, but if we're not able to, the midterm level of support that we want to see hold is going to be our 4 hour 20 EMA. I'm under the belief that if we do lose 137 and that 20 EMA on the 1 hour, that as this 4 hour 20 EMA starts to work its way up, that we will come back down to retest it. We've done it multiple times, as you can see here. Once we lose those EMAs on the short term, we start to come down to retest our 4 hour EMAs. And I'm under the belief that, again, we lose 137 and we get a few closes down here, expect this fall down to what is currently $120, but of course, the EMA will work its way up over time. So those are the key levels of support. As long as we can hold those 3 levels, and realistically even the 50 EMA on the 4 hour, as long as we can hold those key levels of support, I'm still under the belief that this uptrend is going to continue. But if we start to lose those levels, that is a key sign that, okay, maybe now I take profits, or okay, maybe now I start getting cash ready to start buying on something that can be more of an extensive pullback or cool down. Okay, so those are our 2 options. Pay close attention to these levels. I don't just make them up, okay? They're incredibly important. And if we see breakouts in either direction from the levels we just talked about, you can be taking advantage of that, whether you're shorting it and picking up some shorts, which I don't do personally, but I know people who short trade. Or if we do clear again 144 to 146, you could be making a quick swing play up to $153 or $163. So with that being said, I will update you guys as soon as we do see a move. I will be doing my daily update tomorrow, of course, but if something important does happen before then, I will keep you guys as up to date as I possibly can. Of course, do stay tuned for the videos that I do have coming out after this one, so make sure you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a single trade, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.